Morning. We will begin this morning with the call this meeting to order, and we will give the pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This time we will have a moment of silence for a time of reflection. So please join me. Thank you. We will begin with the approval of the minutes from May 13th and May 15th.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes from May 13th and May 15th.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Same sign. We have approved the minutes from the 13th of May and the 15th of May. Do we have any requests today for discussion? Action items that we have before the commission this morning. Commission Order 2025-132, a matter of approving and authorizing execution of Amendment 1 to the food service agreement with Summit Foods, LLC. Any questions?
I make a motion that we approve Commission Order 2025-132.
Have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Same sign. We have approved Commission Order 2025-132. Next item before the commission is Commission Order 2025-133, adopting an amended vehicle use and travel expense policy for the county of Franklin, Missouri. Any discussion? Yes.
I want to make sure that I think that our office understands, as well as others from a procedural standpoint. So Section 4, if I read this correctly, is what has been amended, right? Section 4 of driver's license records.
I'm looking for Section 4.
Should be, okay. So once this policy is passed, first question would be, what is the effective date of the procedure? Since it's to run, I guess, driving records or obtain records of drivers. So when will this be effective? Is it today at the passage?
I think the process with it will be done annually.
Okay.
And then at hire, obviously we run them at hire, hiring
Right.
drivers, and annually there would be at least an annual report ran on each driver.
Okay. So annually, will that then start January 2026 or annually starting effective when this is passed?
Again, I'm not sure that I would assume that we would probably begin a process of reviewing them. We probably wouldn't wait because we haven't reviewed them up to this time. Obviously, this is a suggestion from the insurance company that we run MVRs on our drivers. And so I would think we would probably start that process and go through the current list of drivers that we have, and annually from that point going forward.
So with that, the cost that comes with running these records with DMV, they're approximately about $5.17 each. So do we need to, or will departments be notified that, when you start running these records, is there someone going to oversee running all the records, or each department's responsible?
Who is the maintainer of is this HR do they have the record?
I believe that once an employee is hired, their records that are run or any testing that's done is maintained in their personnel file. That's my understanding.
Okay.
So just from a cost perspective, if it goes into effect now, then offices will be asking, where are we charging these costs? So departmentally, will they be responsible, or I just need to make sure I can give directive?
Yeah, my understanding, the intent of this is to get us better rates with our current provider of insurance. So to me, the logical thing would be is to look at what our savings is going to be in those rates, if they are going to be there, compared to the costs that you're describing there. So I agree in that regard. If the costs are exceeding what our discount of the rate's going to be, then there's no point in it. It's
Right.
costing us more money.
Have an auto accident in Missouri and you're working for a government entity, if you're driving their vehicle, the entity, as in case the county, is liable for up to, I want to say the total is around $4 million. So anything over that 2 million is coming out of your pocket. So with this policy, our insurance company will allow us to obtain the additional insurance to cover that gap. Now, there's a cost involved in that, but that cost is going to cover that gap between the 2 million we're at today and the potential 4 million plus exposure.
So I guess the actual comparison would be is how much have we lost in the past compared to what we're predicted to gain in the future? If we've had suits in the past where we've exceeded that and it has drastically affected our budget, then I could see some saving, that's projected savings, even though it's not a true daily savings or possible.
Well, and I do believe, and I haven't pressed the insurance company on this, but the insurance company can run these MVRs too, and whether or not they can do it without costs associated to the county, but they have to be authorized to be able to do that. So I think that's something that we should look at. But the county, and if the clerk was here, if they could answer the question, I mean, what do we got? 100 drivers, maybe?
Oh,
Is there more than 100 drivers?
Yeah,
Jim, how many drivers do you got?
In the sheriff's office.
Okay, so maybe there's 200 drivers.
Yeah.
So roughly it could cost us $1,000 a year. I think $1,000 a year for running MVRs, if we can obtain insurance, if in the event that we are involved in an accident, $1,000 a year versus $2 million one time, it would be a big savings to the county to make sure that we have the ability to buy that coverage to meet that requirement.
Oh, I agree. I was just wondering who is going to be running the records, and then creating the purchase orders on that side of things. So that was my question.
I would assume, and again, we will get more in the weeds on that, but we'll find out whether it's done by HR, if it's done by HR on an annual basis, and if that would be back charged then to those departments for those employees that work in those respective departments.
Okay.
And I believe one of your questions is also how it's going to be paid for, out of the department's budget,
Right.
or out of an overall general fund or something like that, where I could see that be important to the department heads. Is this something I have to plan for right now or next year or middle of this year? So that makes sense. The way I see this, if we pass this thing, if it turns out we're not going to get the bargains we think we're going to get, then we just get rid of it, same way we passed it. But if there's concerns at the department head level that they're going to have to come up with this out of their budget, or are we going to pay for it out of general revenue, or how we?
Again, I think the cost is minimal. I mean, $5 is $1,000
Yeah.
annually. And I think we can get it done.
Yeah.
I think we can get it done for free.
If we have a list of all the drivers, all the records are ran, if general fund miscellaneous pays for it, and then maybe that's then charged departmentally depending on how many drivers, that would be the easiest way on our end. Just to kind of help others answer questions is, oh my gosh, do we need to go out and start running these?
Well,
right now?
we
So,
will resolve that, but again, I
Okay.
think that, it's a valid question. And the timing of when those should be ran, again, that you do them annually or semi-annually if again, because these drivers, obviously if they have a ticket or if they're ticketed or something, they're supposed to report those if they get a ticket as well, so that we're fully aware of that. So,
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Angela.
I
Okay,
just want to let you guys know that Jeanette Stevens, Jean Stevens, in the clerk's office is the one who maintains the driving records.
Okay.
Who has valid license and who is currently driving our vehicles. It's not.
and that's one reason by running the MVR, because that way if somebody doesn't have a driver's license, they're not out there driving a county vehicle without a driver's license.
Yes, she is the one that monitors, though. It's not.
Yeah,
They have.
It's
copies
not the HR
in
then.
their HR files, but we do not monitor them.
Okay.
We monitors them.
thanks.
you.
Jim, since you're the only one I see out here with probably the largest number of drivers, how do you feel this is going to affect your department? Do you feel negatively towards it? Do you feel supportive of it? Or do you feel it's of any advantage or value? I mean, you find value in it or?
If it's one driver fell through the cracks and doesn't have a legitimate license, or somebody that loses their license after they've been employed here for a year or two, and now we find out there's not a valid license, I'd like to know that so he's no longer driving the vehicle.
Okay, I think we already have the counselor's opinion on it. That you feel it's gonna help you down the road if that situation did occur or
Yeah.
projected to occur or.
Sovereign immunity. The sovereign immunity numbers continues to go up every year.
What's sad is I remember when it was 400,000. Today, we live in the age we live in, I guess.
I listen, I think it's good business policy to do it. Again, if someone doesn't have a valid driver's license and they don't report it, we don't need to be at risk. County doesn't need to be at risk of submitting somebody out there driving without a license. And this is one way we check. So,
Well, I think it's one of those things we're probably not going to really know until we start getting some actual hard fact numbers in. So in that regard, like I said, if it turns out it's not going to do what we think it's going to do or hoped it would do, then we can come back and either change it or dissolve this commission order.
we'll have a year's worth of, time from the time we run it to the next time we have to, but we run them before probably pre-employment anyway. So,
And I know the sheriff's department can run them, obviously. And we have some different avenues and you brought up, Angela, there's going to be some kind of a cost. Even if it's sheriff's department, it's time. Their people run them. So we got to look at all those things. But with that in mind, I'll go ahead and motion that we pass Commission Order 2025-133.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Same sign. We have passed Commission Order 2025-133. Moving over to Commission Order 2025-134, appointing John Jasper to the Franklin County Planning and Zoning Commission. Any discussion on John Jasper? He's not here, which maybe he shouldn't show up, because if he shows up, he gets appointed to something else. I think the last meeting John showed up, he became ahead of part of the committee he showed up for. So
Again, Jim, pick on you. You're on that commission. Do you have anything in regards to this, or? I mean, I don't personally know.
Personally, no, John. He's a very competent, level-headed individual, been very active in businesses in Franklin County area. He's established a business in Franklin County, has recently turned that over, but the business continues on, and he remains active in philanthropic organizations, helping individuals.
So he's got the background, I guess, is what you're saying, that you guys are looking for in that commission?
Yes.
Are you people? Your folks?
Further discussion? I'll entertain a motion, or I'll make a motion that we approve John Jasper. Do I get a second?
I don't think you can make a motion.
I can't make a
I
motion?
don't think so.
Well, then maybe,
I'll make a
can I
motion.
get you to
that-
make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we pass Commission Order 2025-134.
I will second that motion. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Same sign. We have passed Commission Order 2025-134. The next item up is the Commission Order 2025-135, approving the acquisition of right-of-way and authorizing execution of easement for highway purposes from County of Franklin to Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission. Is this the one on this down by the sewer plant that we talked about? Is this commission order?
So this is the.
Oh, this is the culvert issue. Okay. Yeah. All right. We've discussed that one. So any further discussion?
I mean, everything I've seen in it, it's to improve the hydrology there in the area, and MoDOT's doing the work. We're just providing them the area in which they can do the work, and then they can do maintenance on it at MoDOT's cost in the future, which I'd rather them maintain it than us. So with that in mind, I'll make a motion. We pass Commission Order 2025-135.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Same sign. We have approved Commission Order 2025-135. Moving over to Commission Order 2025-136, approving the consent agenda and all items listed thereon. We have the public administrator fees, recorder of deeds fees, building fees as a part of the reports that are in the consent agenda.
Make a motion that we pass Commission Order 2025-136.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Same sign. We have approved Commission Order 2025-136. Departmental reports. Jim.
Good morning. We've received several phone calls from residents in and about the city of Leslie, or the village of Leslie, I'm sorry, regarding Main Street and Little Creek Road. We maintain, Franklin County Highway Department maintains Little Creek Road. Little Creek Road, as of yesterday, there's not a problem with it at all. But we do have phone calls that the residents that use Little Creek Road that go up to the city of Leslie and out to Highway 50, they say that they have no cooperation and no help from the city to maintain those roads. It's pretty common knowledge that the city of Leslie does not do any maintenance because they maintain their out of funds. There are potholes on Main Street, and some of the residents have reached out asking, what can we do? I said I would bring that issue to you all and let you know. So that's where I'm at. I can't physically do any work in the city of Leslie on a city street, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah, my understanding is city of Leslie has more challenges, they have financial challenges that they can't meet.
That's correct.
And it's questionable whether they're going to be able to retain their status. So I assume that once they lose status, it's going to revert back to us. I'm not sure about that. Dear Noble Esquire.
Appreciate it. I don't know the answer to that. My guess is that those roads would probably revert back to the county.
That's what I would imagine if they lose their status, but Little Creek, the Little Creek Road is not, there is no issues on that though.
No, there
It's just
are
their
not.
City streets.
There are not. And the ones that call do recognize that, and they're not trying to get us to do any more maintenance on Little Creek. They're talking about where Little Creek and and Main Street come together on where Main Street goes out to Highway 50. So I wanted to make you aware of that.
Which I haven't been. When Main Street, is that on the south side of 50?
That's on
Leslie?
the west side.
Or west
South side,
Or see,
south side. of
I'll call
Highway
it south side, yeah,
50. Yeah.
the 50.
It parallels Highway 50.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen that, Ken?
no, that's what I was trying to picture here. I mean, if it becomes a matter where it's prohibitive for emergency services to use some of those roads, I could see where we probably have to step in, but when they have the status that they have, I mean, that's part of their political status, right? They do that for, they can make those calls, not us make the calls to how they're going to maintain their roads and change
Is
things.
there any part of a special road district out that direction at all or not?
No, Leslie does not have
don't
a
think we
special
have one.
road district.
Who's the city? I mean, I'm not even sure what kind of,
Administrator
do they have administrator? They have anybody in charge there? I mean,
I'm not sure.
They have a firehouse there, I know that. But that's about as much as I know. But we'll look into it. I mean, thank you for bringing it to our attention. But I don't know if there's anything immediately that we could do, unless I said, if it's an emergency, then we'll always reach out to try and help, our own within our county for sure. But I don't know if it's the case that it's emergency now, or if it's just kind of an annoyance because there's a pothole here and there.
And I think that's the stage we're at right now, where people can avoid the potholes, but over a period of time, but hopefully the city or the village finances either come together or something else happens to where somebody steps in.
I'll volunteer, take it on my plate to contact their administrator, mayor, whatever they have, to see what their situation is and see.
I don't know where what funding sources that they draw from. I mean, obviously they must have some funding sources, but yeah, I can, here's the thing, when you don't have money to fix it, you don't have money to fix it.
Yeah.
So I get that. And they probably don't have a credit card to pay for it with. So
Probably not.
anything else, Jim?
I had dropped off at the workshop on Thursday a proposal from Cochrane Engineering, and I believe that's on your agenda coming up here soon. And Cochrane would like to receive that sooner than later, because it is kind of a critical item to do the
Study.
geotechnical studies on Old Highway 100. There has been a slowdown of the settling and movement of the pavement over there, but it's not stopped. It's still moving, and we still have to get the geotechnical work done to find out what's going on so we can correct it appropriately. So if you would consider that in your upcoming meetings, so we can get that
Sure.
moving. Okay, thank you very much.
I'm gonna pick on you since I don't see Abe out there. I know we had storms last night.
He's over there.
Oh, there's Abe. I
Yeah, he's
see you.
gonna come up here too.
You must be
Hey,
losing a
Jim,
lot of weight. I didn't see you back there.
Jim, I need to speak with you when this is over too. So
Sure.
if you can
Sure.
hang around.
Well,
We
I'm
did not
back.
have any call outs last night,
Good.
none at all. So.
Good.
The storms over the past couple of months have blown out every loose tree anyway.
We got some of the strongest trees in the state in Franklin County.
All the easy stuff has already been knocked over.
You're welcome to stay.
Thanks, Abe. Sorry, I didn't see you back there.
No problem. For the March 14th tornadoes, we're still in queue with FEMA. So there's 17 requests out there. at the federal government level. 3 of those are for Missouri. I'd imagine we'll see a 4th there coming.
So
shortly.
we're not totally out of the game yet then.
We are not out of the game.
All
We're
right.
still on the list. There's a total of 17 on the list. So as the tides of government turn, we'll see how much longer that goes. I know Arkansas and some other states had requests and then they were denied, and then there was an appeal process. So even if we are denied first, I'd imagine we'll go through an appeal process as well. So,
Yeah, Arkansas got hit hard last night again. So
well, this would be from
yeah, from the
months
past
ago.
one.
As for the most recent storms, we had responders from the local area, my office and throughout, aiding in St. Louis County as well as St. Louis City. So hearts are out with them. We had a lot of our first responders, our urban search and rescue teams, as well as the others were out there. So aiding, and it's been a busy.
Assisting St. Louis
St. Louis
County
City.
and city, or
City was where most of our guys were. We had some folks staged for Clayton, but Clayton got cleaned up pretty fast for the life rescues and the urban search and rescue folks. And then we were out on Kings Highway overnight Friday and then into Saturday. So helping them through. Stephanie's been leading a lot of the SLARC calls, which is the St. Louis Area Regional Coalition of COADs. So that's all the nonprofits and the Red Crosses and the groups getting resources to the citizens throughout. So.
but Franklin County as a whole, doing
Doing-
good.
Doing well.
We fared out good last night. Didn't
Yep.
lose a lot. Good.
Yep. And as for the Friday, that's actually why we were probably pulled in more, because a lot of the resources within the St. Louis area were stretched already because they were hit. So we had a lot of requests from further out, like Franklin County.
It's always good to help out and help our neighbors in the state, and hopefully they'll return that favor. And someday, if
Hopefully we don't need
in the
help.
Future.
That's right.
That's what I'm gonna hope for.
Yeah.
We don't need help. We don't want to.
It's always good to practice your skills on somebody else's
Yeah,
time.
yeah, let's go help them. Let's just
yeah.
don't need help in Franklin County.
As for sirens, Franklin County unincorporated, or this governing body, doesn't maintain any sirens. I know that's a popular subject out east. A lot of the municipalities do. But if we were to take that endeavor, it'd take over 100 sirens just to cover. And that's just the raw math. That's not even practical math
Mhm.
for coverage. And that's just not what they're intended for. So we don't maintain any sirens. And we're working on the Code Red mass notification system. So we're
Yeah, I got
moving
notifications last night on my cell phone. So I mean, we getting something.
Yep.
And sometimes
Yeah,
maybe
that
that's,
woke me up from sound sleep.
yeah, well, your phone seems to be one of the most personal things you have nowadays. So maybe that's more effective than a siren,
I'm sure you
especially if you're in the
rush
city of St. Louis.
downstairs and into the closet, I'm sure. So
My understanding, their sirens didn't work in the city of St. Louis.
I have only seen news reports. I have no
Yeah.
other official information. Any other questions?
No, I'm just happy to hear that we fared out very well last night.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other department reports? Item for discussion, or actually announcement. We did receive, Franklin County officially received Missouri's Blue Shield designation. Today, we received the designation from the Missouri Department of Public Safety. It's an honor that recognizes communities that demonstrate a steadfast commitment to enhance public safety and supports law enforcement. I think that will also come with an opportunity for some funding as well. And so we are glad that we received that designation and applaud our county sheriff's office for the work that they do, and hopefully some additional resources. And I'm certain we'll have a much bigger press announcement at some point, but wanted to make sure that people were aware that we did receive that designation today. So anything else?
Thank you, Sheriff's Department. Thank you, Sheriff Felton. We're well represented.
Any years of service? None today. At this time, Ken,
I motion that we adjourn.
second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? This looks like we are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.